2023. You may be seated. And now, to welcome you to the class of 2023 graduation, our Southwest Public Schools Superintendent, Dr. Felicia Adams.
Good evening, Southwest Public Schools, students, parents, faculty and staff, and special guests. As your superintendent, it gives me immense pleasure to welcome you to our 2023 graduation and celebrate our graduating scholars. Seniors, you have made history. This is one of the largest graduating senior classes of Southwest Public Schools. Congratulations. You also set a record number of students selected into the National Honor Society, this class. You embraced our early college opportunities with industry-based certification and internships. Indeed, Southwest Public Schools have prepared you for an amazing future. I am proud of you, and I wish you continued success as you take your next steps. Without further ado, I would like to take a moment to recognize our distinguished guests. When your name is called, please stand and be recognized. Mr. Mark Bashirs, our board president. Mr. Charlene Shaw, our vice president. Ms. Linda Heitzer, our secretary. Mr. Jay Daggett, a board member. The leadership and oversight of our board of directors helps strengthen Southwest Public Schools and benefits all of our stakeholders, including administrative and teaching staff, students and families, and our community. Additionally, we welcome our Southwest Public Schools cabinet and district leaders. Dr. Spiros Kateshis, our founder, Dr. Carrie Fovar, our Chief of Staff. Ms. Win Win, our Chief Academic Officer. Ms. Tracy Egan, our Chief Financial Officer. Dr. Michael Love, Chief of Operations, Strategy, and Innovation. Ms. Rose Norman, Executive Director of Recruitment and Enrollment. Ms. Chris Page, Director of Outreach and Community Engagement. Dr. Lodry, our Principal of Discovery Middle School. Ms. Johnson, the Principal of Bissonnet Elementary. Mr. Barrera, the Assistant Principal of Mangum Elementary. Let's give it up for your principal, Dr. Adrian Bykowitz, Empowerment High School. And Ms. Marion Kennedy Busby, the Principal of the Phoenix School. Again, thank each one of you, who make a difference in the lives of our students. Let the ceremony begin.
Buenas noches, alumnos de Southwest Public Schools, padres, facultad y invitados especiales. De parte de su superintendiente de escuelas, la doctora Felicia Adams, Me da un gusto inmenso placer darles la bienvenida a nuestra ceremonia de graduación del 2023 para celebrar a nuestros alumnos que se gradúan hoy. Gracias a cada uno de ustedes que hicieron una diferencia para nuestros alumnos. Que comience la ceremonia.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Adams. As your principal, I am honored to introduce your senior class representative, Haiti Hernandez. Haiti, please come forward and lead us through the pledge to the American and Texas flags, as well as deliver your senior address.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance to the United States flag and the pledge to the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with the liberty and justice for all. Honor to the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God and one indivisible. You may be seated. Today we have gathered on this wonderful day to celebrate one of all the goals that we as students dream of achieving. Upon arriving to this room, we began to realize that our efforts were not in vain. For some of our parents or relatives, today's students will be the first generation in their family to graduate, and we will also have new generations of graduates. And for that, we must congratulate them because it was not an easy road for us. We started high school with unexpected adaptations since everything at school would have to be done from home. We had difficulties in how to submit work online, how to enter classes, how to ask for help without the teacher being physically there with us. But we had to overcome it, and that's what we did. The following school years went by in a blink of an eye, and we had reached senior year. Each of us had certain experiences this year, but despite those experiences, we worked hard to achieve this dream. At this moment, I also want to thank the efforts of our parents, since some of them left their country and came with nothing to give us the best we could have. Our parents have struggled in this world to give us a simple life without problems. They live for us because they want to see the best in their children. We thank you with all our hearts because without you, we would not be here. We also want to thank the ones that couldn't be here and they're on the other side of the world. Thank you for your efforts and for supporting us from afar. We also thank the students who did not have the moral support and who also left their country for a better future. You yourselves showed the world that it is possible. You were not let down by the low expectations people had of you. You fought to want more without anyone's help. You learned how to follow your dreams by yourself, adapted to a new country, found new ways to communicate in a new language, and many more. Your achievement teaches that nothing is impossible in this life and that all progress has a reward. Thank you for your time and congratulations to Class of 2023 for what you have accomplished today.
Thank you, Haiti. We will now have a musical selection of Star Spangled Banner and our Dear Southwest, which is our school song, by the SOAR New Era Band, directed by Mr. Joe Willis.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there.
Thank you, Mr. Willis, for the beautiful music this evening. I want to also thank all of you that have joined us in celebrating the accomplishments of the class of 2023. I'm honored to be here to present these students for graduation. As my very first graduating class, you will always hold a special place in my heart. I would like to take a moment and acknowledge all the Southwest Public School teachers and employees here supporting our students tonight. Without you, graduation would not be possible. Teachers, please stand so you could be recognized. Thank you. Parents, guardians, family members, and friends of the class of 2023, you have supported and encouraged these students during the past 13 years. Students, I would like you to take a look around the auditorium right now. The people in the audience here today, your families, your teachers, your friends, are here to support you during the final moments as a high school student. Let's give our families a round of applause.
Buenas noches. Como primera clase de graduación siempre tendrán un lugar especial en mi corazón. Me gustaría tomar un momento para reconocer a todos los maestros y los empleados de las escuelas públicas de Southwest, apoyando a nuestros estudiantes esta noche. Sin ustedes, esta noche no hubiera sido posible. Maestros, también queremos agradecerlos. Si se pueden poner de pie otra vez los maestros para que les den un aplauso. Gracias. Padres, tutores, familiares y amigos de la clase de 2023 han apoyado, alentado a estos estudiantes durante los últimos 13 años. Estudiantes, me gustaría que miren a su alrededor ahora mismo y vean las personas en la audiencia presentes, sus familiares, sus maestros, sus amigos, los que están aquí para apoyarlos durante sus últimos momentos como un estudiante de la secundaria. Por favor, tomen un momento para reconocer a aquellos que pudieron estar aquí para apoyarlos hoy.
Graduates, we are honored to welcome a very special guest with us this evening. Haiti, please come forward and introduce our keynote speaker.
Dr. Adam Sands earned his PhD in school psychology from Texas A&M University as United States Department of Education doctoral fellow. He completed clinical training under a fellowship appointment to Harvard Medical School, and he has a postdoctorate in clinical psychology from the Albert Medical School of Brown University. He currently serves as the CEO of the Applied EQ Group, the counseling and assessment clinic he founded in 2003. In addition to the professional development he provides in school districts across the country, he also serves as a consulting psychologist in the Texas A&M College of Medicine. Dr. Sainz and his wife, Kim, have been married 27 years, and they have 4 adult children, Elisa, Mia, Isaiah, and Andrew. At this time, everyone please help me welcome Dr. Adam Zend.
Thank you very much. Class of 2023, you look amazing. Do me a favor, give somebody a fist bump and say, we did it. There you go. All right. It's great to be with you. So I don't know if you heard the schools that she mentioned when she introduced me, Harvard, Texas A&M, Brown. I'm going to be honest with you. When I was in elementary school, I always got sent to the principal office for using 4-letter words. When I was a kid, I thought 4-letter words had power, and I still think they do. And in this short time I have with you, I'm going to share with you 2 of my favorite 4-letter words. These are 4-letter words that you need to know. You need to know as you leave this ceremony and as you enter into the rest of your lives. I'll get to the 4-letter words in a minute. I know you're itching to hear that, but I'll get to that in a minute. Before I get there, let me share with you. The day after I graduated high school started the most difficult year of my life. The family that I was living with at the time told me my whole senior year, they said, you need to understand, you moved in with us when you were in junior high. We've done everything we can do to help you, but when you graduate from high school, you're 18 and you're on your own. I was terrified. I was terrified. I graduated from Katy High School and I ended up in San Antonio. I got a job as a dishwasher working at a fast food restaurant. I lived in a small shack behind a house. It was a small room and it had a shower and a toilet. And it was a dark, dark time for me. I was struggling with depression. I was struggling with anxiety. Not doing well at all. I remember coming home from work one morning. It was about March, almost a year after I'd graduated from high school. It was 3 a.m. I'd closed the restaurant and I was really struggling. I came into my little casita, into my little shack, and I thought, you know what? I'm not doing well. I need to write, because my journal was my best friend in my life. That was the only place I could express what I was thinking and feeling without fear. So I remember I laid out my sleeping bag, and I pulled out my journal, and when I looked in my box, my journal box, I saw these two pieces of paper buried deep down in there. I didn't know what it was. So I stopped, I reached in, and I pulled it out. I was blown away at what I found. They were letters that had been written to me by two of my teachers my senior year at Katy High School, and I had completely forgotten about this, but then I remembered, oh yeah, it was literally the last day of high school at Katy High School. I was walking out of my English class, and my teacher handed me a letter, and she said, here, read this when you get a chance. I didn't want to read it, whatever. I stuck it in my backpack, and I went on. Later that afternoon, my creative writing teacher, I'm walking out of her class, and she said, here, read this when you get a chance. Yeah, whatever. I stuck it in my backpack. I didn't want to read it. So now it's almost a year later, and I'm in this dark moment of my life, and I finally read these two letters. Finally, almost a year later, I was blown away at what these letters said. You are a fabulous young man. It was an honor to have you in our classroom. We expect great things from you. You're a good person and you have a good heart. Those words destroyed me. They destroyed me because I remember thinking like, no, I know who I am. I know who I am. I'm a 19-year-old version of that 6th grade kid that got kicked out of his house, that got arrested, whose friends were murdered, who experienced sexual assault, who experienced trauma. I'm 19 years old. I've got no family. I've got no money. I've got no hope. I've got no future. But here's what I do have. I do have crying spells. I do have panic attacks. I do have feelings of hopelessness about the future. I do have sleep difficulties. I do have racing thoughts that keep me up at night. And I do have a big bag of dope that if I'm lucky is going to get me through this day. I know who I am. But here were these two teachers, women for whom I had tremendous respect, that were disagreeing with me. They saw something different in me. And I knew these women, these teachers, they would not have written those words if they didn't absolutely believe it. So back and forth I went. Who's right about me? I think I know who I am, but here are these two teachers that are saying something different. So finally, it tortured me. After weeks, I said, you know what? I'm going to create a test that I know I will fail. And once I fail that test, that's all the proof I need to go on and live my miserable life. And I remember I wasn't quite suicidal at that point, but I remember thinking, are you kidding me? I'm 18 years old, and I've got another 60 years of this life to put up with. What's the point? What's the point? Here's the test. I'm going to try to get into college. I have no idea how you do that. Neither of my parents went to college. Brown kids where I grew up didn't go to college. I didn't know anybody that had a college degree. But I said, let me just go up there, try to get into college. And when I fail, then in my own heart, I could go on and live my miserable life. And I could say to my teachers, you know what, it was very nice of you to say that, but you were wrong. I had you fooled. I remember getting off work one afternoon from the fast food restaurant, covered in grease and sweat from the kitchen. I got on a bus and I took a bus up to UTSA, the University of Texas at San Antonio. I distinctly remember the bus pulled up in front of the John Peace Memorial Library. All of these students started getting off. I was the only one that wasn't a student. I got off the bus, my very first experience on a college campus, it was a freaking panic attack. My mind started racing. You don't belong here. You're out of your league. You're not smart enough. You don't have any money. You can't do this. Who do you know that has a college degree? You need to get on the next bus and go back to work and work your shift at the restaurant. Couldn't catch my breath. My hands were sweaty. And I just went up to the first guy I saw that had a backpack. I said, man, are you a student here? Yeah. So how do you get in? He said, that building right over there, it's called the admissions office. So I found my way over to the admissions office. I met some amazing women, and they case managed me through every step of the way. You need to fill out this application. You need to fill out a financial aid form. We need to get your transcripts from Katie. You need to write an essay. You need to get a letter of reference. And I did everything they said. I spent the whole afternoon up there doing everything they told me to do. At the end of the day, I got on a bus, went back to the restaurant, worked the night shift, worked a double. Fast forward, it's late July, a hot day in San Antonio. Covered in grease and sweat, the manager came back into the kitchen, and he said, hey, you got a letter here from UTSA. And I asked him, what is UTSA? I didn't even know what it was. He said, it's the University of Texas at San Antonio, Einstein. And then I remembered, like, oh yeah, I forgot. I applied to college, I'd completely forgotten about it. And I thought, all right, this is my Maury Povich moment, right? The results are in, you're rejected, right? I was accepted. I couldn't believe it. I got back on the bus that afternoon, went back to UTSA to those women in the admissions office. I said, man, I think y'all messed up. I said, look, that's my name, that's my DOB, that's my SSN, and it says congratulations. So what's up? And they looked it up, they said, no, you're in. And so that was the new beginning for me. And I said, I'm just going to take one course. I can't take a full lot. I'm just going to take one course because I got to wash dishes to pay for this. So I took one course that fall and I passed it. Couldn't believe it. So I said, man, I'm going to take another course. I took another one in the spring and I passed it. Meanwhile, everybody else, they were already going to be sophomores. Well, I only had 2 classes. Just before I turned 27 years old, I finally graduated. Most of them graduated when they were 21, 22. It took me 3 extra years because I was working to put myself through school. But by the time I finished my schoolwork, I realized my teachers were right about me. They could see something in me that I couldn't even see in myself. I was the one that was wrong. And the rest is history. I got a master's degree in counseling. I finally had money. I finally had Blue Cross Blue Shield, finally got therapy, finally got medication, finally got treatment for my trauma, for my abuse, from my background, and went on to get a PhD in psychology, and again, the rest is history. Those letters made me ask 2 questions, and these are the 2 4-letter words that I want to leave you with that have all the power, and you better grab onto these 4-letter words real quick. The first one is this. Go like this. Number 1. Everybody put up a number 1. What? Say what? W-H-A-T. What? That's it. That's a powerful, powerful question. A 4-letter word that has a lot of power. What are you going to do when you leave here? Tomorrow, next week, next month, next fall? College? Military? Trade school? It's all good. It's all good, but you got to figure out what you're going to do, and you got to do something. So that's your first question. What will I do in this life? What will I do? It will change, and you will have to keep coming back to the question. Second question. Okay, go like that. Number 2, say this. Whom? W-H-O-M. Whom? And this is the most important question. Even more important than what will you do, whom will you become? Whom will you become in this world? What kind of employee? What kind of boss? What kind of spouse? What kind of parent? Whom, in your heart of heart, will you become? And those are 2 core questions. What and whom? 2 powerful 4-letter words that I want to leave you with. Para ellos que se habla español, nada más tengo 2 preguntas para ustedes. Número 1, ¿qué voy a hacer con mi vida? ¿Qué voy a hacer mañana, el verano, el año que entra? ¿Qué voy a hacer? Y la segunda pregunta, yo pienso la pregunta más importante, ¿quién voy a ser? ¿Quién voy a, en la vida, en mis adentros, mi corazón, mi alma? ¿Quién voy a ser? Espero que ustedes puedan tener prácticas con su estudiante hoy, mañana, en las meses que entran, sobre esas 2 preguntas. Class of 2023, we are so proud of you, man. You guys have just done phenomenal. And I'm excited to see what you will do with your life and whom you will become. Congratulations.
Dr. Steins, thank you for your encouraging and inspiring message to the class of 2023. We will now have a musical performance from our SOAR New Era Band, Song of the River by Gardens Patterson, directed by Mr. Joe Willis. Senior SOAR members, please join your band on stage for your final performance. Thank you, SOAR New Era, for that beautiful song and sharing your talent with us this evening. At this time, we have our highest ranking students address their class. Miss Esmeralda Marino, your salutatorian.
Good afternoon, class of 2023, as well as administration and parents. Thank you all for attending this important event for our future doctors, welders, nurses, etc. I want to start off by congratulating you, class of 2023, for all of your hard work and dedication. I am lucky to have the opportunity to stand here and summarize these years for us. As we look back on our high school years, we remember the ups and downs, the triumphs and the failures, the laughter and the tears. We remember the friendships we've made and the lessons we've learned. And now we prepare to embark on the next phase of our lives. We carry these memories with us. Most practically grew up together and saw each other change day by day. Time feels like it went flying from the first day in 6th grade to us saying our goodbyes today. We've made some of our closest or even first friends ever and learned so much from another. In my case, this was Haley. I am also grateful to have every single one of you in my life because although you think you can make a difference, you definitely made an impact in my life. Some that stood out to me this year were Chino, both Edwins, and Güero. Thank you guys for making me laugh every day. I'm glad to call everyone here my friend because I do cherish and appreciate all of our small talk or great memories. I also want to give thanks to all the teachers, administrators, and front office staff for always being there for us and giving us life lessons that we will take with us for the future. De último, me gustaría darle las gracias a mis padres. Ma, muchas gracias. Gracias a ellos, sin ellos no iba a poder estar aquí. Y aunque nunca les diga gracias o que los quiero que sepan que siempre los tendré en mi corazón. At this time, please help me welcome our valedictorian, Kaya Weathers. Hello, class of 2023. Look at all of us all grown up and ready to spread our wings to go on to the next chapter. Today marks a significant milestone in our lives. You have worked hard to overcome obstacles and persevere to reach this moment. As we look back on this journey, remember the lessons we learned and the people who helped us along the way. I just want to say I wouldn't be here if I didn't have the people that believed in me. I want to say thank you to my mom and my dad, Uy. I wouldn't be here without you, and my mom believed in me in every step of the way. You knew I could do great things. I also want to say thank you to our faculty, teachers, and administration for supporting us for the past 4 years. We appreciate everything you did for us because we know it's a lot of work. Now I want to give a special thanks to Heidi, Natalie, and Esmeralda, and Adriana. I love y'all girls with all my heart. Now, class of 2023, I want to finally congratulate y'all on this accomplishment and wish y'all all the best on your new adventure. You have the power to make a difference in this world, and I know you will do great things. Now, I want to leave you to what was once said by Nicki Minaj. Don't ever be lazy. Don't you ever complain about hard work. Work hard. It pays off.
Thank you, Esmeralda and Kaya. We would like to recognize the following students for their academic accomplishments. En este momento, nos gustaría reconocer a los siguientes alumnos por sus logros académicos. The top 10% of the senior class of 2023. El 10% de los graduantes con el promedio más alto vamos a reconocer. Danny Baca Avila. Stay standing, okay? María José González Reyes. Heidi Hernández. Jonathan Jaimes. Esmeralda Merino. Jairo Robledo. Kaya Weathers. Big round of applause for the top 10% of our senior class. Thank you. You may be seated. Now we'd like to recognize the National Honor Society members, miembros de la Sociedad Nacional de Honor. Por favor, pónganse de pie. Please stand so that we can recognize NHS members. Please stand. NHS. HCC Level 1 Certificate Awardees. Certificado del nivel 1 del Colegio Comunitario de Houston. Please stand, all HCC Level 1 awardees. Business Work Partnerships with Genesis Works. Sociedad de Trabajo Comercial de Genesis Works. Por favor, pónganse de pie. Please stand if you are Genesis Works so that we can recognize you. And now I'm going to have All-Star EOC Masters and Meets Awards recipients, please stand. Los alumnos que fueron premiados por recibir los niveles de Masters y Meets en el examen de STAR. Please stand. Familias y amigos, vamos a darle un aplauso grande de nuevo a todos los graduantes del 2023. Big round of applause for all of our graduates for the 2023 school year.
At this time, we are going to begin the presentation and conferring of diplomas to the senior class of 2023. Teachers, please lead your students to the stage. En este momento, comenzamos la presentación y entrega de diplomas a la clase graduados de 2023.
Kaya Weathers. Esmeralda Marino. Heidi Nayesca Hernandez. Francisco Abeja. Joshua Alexander Abeja. Damien Alfonso. Rodrigo Alvarado. Griselda Alvarado. Luis Álvarez. Emily Ángel. Allison Antunes Bonilla. Leonardo Archila. Danny Ávila. Angel Leonardo Barajas. Marilyn Betancourt Aguilar. Yelsin Caballero Canas. Beleni Iday Cadenas Díaz. Sadie Esmeralda Cardenas Rodríguez. Avi Castro. Matthew Centeno. Catherine Michelle Chacón Pérez.
Jesús Chávez Espino. Carlos Edgardo Correa Funes. Daniel Cortez Aguilar. Gracie Marie Davis of the Phoenix Schools. Angel Dominguez Ambrosio. Brian Edwin Espinoza. Where was I? Oh. Edwin Alexander Espinoza. Lionel Espinoza. Leo Fernandez. Selena Kentrell Fisher. Myra Michelle Florentino Gutierrez. Alan Giovanni Flores. Vilma Giselle Flores. Aranesi Marbella Garcia. Haley Elizabeth Garcia. Adriana Paola Gaitan. Danny Estuardo Gomez Jimenez. Michael Orlando Gonzalez Melgar.
Maria Jose Gonzalez Reyes. Madison Dorothy Turner Green. Natalie Stefania Guzman. Brandon G. Henry. Solomon Z. Hernandez. Jonathan Hymas. Jacob Clark Lawrence of the Phoenix Schools. Ernesto Leal. Reynaldo Michael Lerma. Ready? Keira Leas. Oscar Aaron Lopez. Kevin Christian Adolf Lopez Cochohil. Edwin Alejandro Martinez Hernandez. Christian Martinez Mesa. Okay. Mark Mustache. Vilma Joanna Menchu Rosales. Rodolfo Moreno. Antonia Pacheco Batts.
Camila Marfileno. Juan Fernando Penilosa. Cripsa Pereira. Natalie Ramirez Gomez. Jamie Carolina Reyes. Jairo Marcel Roblero. Juan Antonio Rodriguez. Julio Angel Rodriguez. Max Rodriguez. UCL Roman Gutierrez. Jessica Marina Rosales. Kelvin Rubio. Alexander San Juan. Alma Alejandra Sanchez. Arodi Sanchez. Moises Alessandro C. Apacaja. Alan Eduardo C. Santos. Joaquín Tapia Manitas. Luis Carlos Paul Zul Choksum. Laritza Judith Valdez Garcia. Ashley Griselda Vasquez. And last but definitely not least, Nicholas Aaron Walker.
Will the candidates for graduation please stand? These students have met all graduation requirements as set forth by the State of Texas and Southwest Public Schools Board. By the power vested in me by the State of Texas and the Southwest Public Schools Board, and upon recommendation of the faculty, I now confer on each of you your high school diploma with all the rights and privileges thereunto appertaining on this 5th day of June, 2023. Congratulations. You may now move your tassels from right to left. Congratulations. You are now and always will be Southwest Public Schools Empowerment High School Senior Class of 2023. Once again, I would like to thank each of you for being here today. Family and friends will have the opportunity to take pictures once all graduates exit the theater. Please remain seated as the graduates exit. We hope everyone has a wonderful evening.